And we're actually going live on time.
Wow.
Welcome to the streaming part of the Effekt podcast. I'm going to hand over straight away, immediately, to our GM, Craig.
Hello. Welcome back to Star Wars Effekt. Star Wars
Flight.
Tachyon Squadron Effekt Flight. Get the right
Rolls off the
order of
tongue.
all that. Our Tachyon
We are not
Squadron
affiliated
game.
with Lucasfilm or Disney or anything like that.
No, but if they want to sponsor the show, I'm quite happy for that. I can send you my PayPal address.
Yeah, I think they probably have a deal with Edge Publishing for the actual Star Wars game that we're not playing.
Well, they're
Sorry to be
fools
a
because
party.
they should license this one.
They should. Obviously, they should. Yes.
Well, this is leagues better space combat, because the space combat in the official game is rubbish.
Well, in most games it is. So, Effekt Flight. We were last session, which was 3-4 weeks ago, after the chaos of Expo.
Yes.
In the middle of our big combat to liberate the Mantell system from the Empire and seize control of the shipyards. And Matthew, if you can bring up the shared screen, please.
I will do that now.
So, as I say, we're in the middle of the combat. Before we restart, Dave Deathwish, one of our B-Wing bombers, can't make it today, so he will be mostly trying to avoid TIE fighter attention. But do the rest of the players want to just briefly reintroduce themselves?
Should I go first?
Yes.
Okay, I am Effekt Leader. I was going to give my actress's name, but I'm not actually playing her. I'm playing Bravo Elberger, the pilot with a long heritage to live up to, and she's trying to chase that glory and not doing so well. A couple of episodes ago, she was found in bed with an Imperial officer, high on things. But the mission was still getting completed, and she's mission focused. And I have to say, stone cold sober now.
I was going to steal the Death Star plans, but then I got high. And if we go down to Crip is next on my screen.
Hi, I'm Crip Key, or Ratchet is the call sign. I'm a squib, which is small, cute, very blue Star Wars alien. And I basically fly a E-Wing, which is not appeared in the films, but it's one of those. And I like taking things apart.
Which might be handy for our next character if he survives this combat, which is our kid.
Good evening, everybody. Yes, I'm our kid, Julius Arcade Griffin, and he's the youngest member of the Effekt Flight, and soon to be possibly the deceased member of the Effekt Flight, depending on how well I roll my next dice.
So that's our available members of Effekt Flight. Hello to Mohammed in the chat. Good to see you in the chat, and hopefully the rest of your holiday went well.
And you're now safely back in Egypt, I hope, Mohammed.
So, as I said, we are currently in the middle of a combat. We have our 3 zones. We have the asteroid with the defenses that Effekt Flight have successfully taken out. We have the shipyard itself, Deep Space Nine, with a Star Destroyer passing through it. And we have the ground forces that the Bravo and our kid successfully encouraged to rebel as a distraction, and then left them to fend for themselves for most of the combat.
They're calling for help. I know they're calling for help, but we are mission focused, and the mission is not yet complete. We were Deathwish was going to go for them, I think, and help them out, but he looks to be entirely involved with
The
TIE fighter.
unfortunately.
Yeah, so Deathwish was going to make the move. He's going to stay in the area of the shipyard, playing dodge with the TIE fighter.
Yeah.
As we left the combat, however, the kid had taken a severe hit and was also trying to maneuver down to the ground, I believe. Taking a severe hit and was also...
Oh, who's that echoing?
That was me. Sorry.
Oh,
I stopped it now. Tut. Yeah.
So we'll restart with, I think, Ratchet makes sense.
Oh, okay.
Giving you our highest on the maneuver chart, and you are currently still in the area of the asteroid.
Yeah. I am going to what's it called? Go straight behind that TIE interceptor.
So you're going to get on their tail.
Yep. They have our kid in their tail. Is it just the one?
It's two of them.
Two of them. Okay.
They've taken very little damage at this point.
I'm going to get on their tail, and I'm going to basically fire a concussion missile at one of them.
Okay. Let me just pull up their stats. Okay, so they are going to dodge. You get a plus... Oh, no, you don't get a +2 on this because you're firing a concussion missile. Let me just check that.
I don't.
Okay.
It's technology, isn't it, we use?
Technology. So you... it says you get a +2 bonus to your attack roll.
Yeah, so technology is my attack roll, so...
Yep, so +2 again. You are against a 4.
7.
7. So that's success with style.
Yep. Can I blow one out and the other one basically for like round? We'll see what damage I get. But
so that's 3 points of damage plus the concussion missile itself.
Concussion does 2
Did you
dice.
maximize one of your dice?
Didn't maximize. No, I didn't. So that's an additional 2 damage then.
An additional 1.
2 because I had a negative and a positive. A negative cancel out the positive.
Oh, okay, yep. So that's an additional 2. So that's 5, 6, 7 points of damage, which is going to be enough to take out. Let me just check. To blow one of these interceptors out of the water as you swoop in. They're so fixated on the kid.
Our kid. Get off our kid.
They're not checking their 6.
Boom.
And you will get a
I didn't.
Okay, I think my internet is being slow.
Yeah, you slowed a little bit there.
You blow one of them out the sky and get a boost against the other one.
Awesome.
What do you want to call it? On
its 6.
In their jet wash? On its 6.
On its 6, yeah. Going extremely Top Gun Maverick there a little bit. Is on the 6.
Yep. which brings us to Bravo and the Interceptor. You, I believe, Bravo, are on the tail of the TIE bomber that's trying to get down to the ground.
You're muted,
Can't
Bravo.
hear you. You're muted.
I'm going to obviously stay tailing it. Did I get that enough to have a bigger plus on my attack this time?
Yes, this is
It's
going
my
to be
second round.
Second round, so that's going to be a +3
+3
on
okay.
your.
And
That's against a difficulty of a 3.
And remind me, it's not technology for my straight lasers, is it?
It's gunnery.
Gunnery.
Okay. So I'm +3 on this already, and so I'm +6, right?
You got gunnery 3.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's why I keep hitting things, and I've got +2, -1. So in total, I'm +7.
+7 against a total of, what did I say, 3.
3, yeah.
So that's 4 points of damage, and this is TIE bomber.
What's your base damage of your weapon? Does it say?
I have lost my ship sheet.
Oh, right.
Let me just pull it up. I believe for the Y-wing it's 0.
Yeah.
I believe you get the +1 in your E-wing because it's an E-wing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Tachyon Squadron. Ratchet crit fish. This is where my computer's be slow. That's the wrong one. Yes, base 0.
Yeah. So
That's 4 points of damage then. And that isn't quite enough to blow it out of the sky. But you do see one of the engines goes into a burnout and then shuts off. So it's limping forward on a single engine.
right.
Do they have more than one engine?
They do.
Yes.
That's what TIE stands for, isn't it?
Twin ion engine.
Twin ion engine.
Yeah. We actually forgot the turret. I forgot about the turret, so we'll go back to that before the interceptor takes its shot.
And the turret has problems, doesn't it?
Yeah, the turret's minimizing 2 dice at the moment because you've taken out its power supply.
Yeah, and I spoofed it. There's lots of ghosts.
Oh, yep.
Ship.
So you have got an aspect then that you can invoke in your defense if you wish, and it's going to be shooting at you, Ratchet.
Okay, I will be invoking that aspect.
So you don't have to do that until afterwards, once you know.
Okay. Right.
So it'll be a pilot roll, please.
Okay. That's a 1.
Well, you'll be happy to know, because I'm minimizing 2 dice, that's a -1. Because I ended up with 3 minuses on the dice after minimizing it. So yeah, it spins round and just sort of, again, it tracks the wrong ghost on its screens. And you just see on your screen where you've got like the hollow of where the virtual ghosts are, just laser bolts blasting through it.
He got the ghost. He got the ghosts.
D1 is on the tail of our kid.
I can't shake him.
Well, this is where you've got a stunt, I believe, here
I
that
do.
will help you.
I might be able to shake him.
So
Scratch
he
that.
swoops in, blasting out of the debris cloud of his partner, who Crip has just blown to smithereens, and swoops in after you, kid. Can you make me a pilot roll to avoid their shots, please? And they're getting a +3 on their attack.
So is he tailing me yet?
He is.
So I've got +2 slippery, shake a tail. So do I add that in?
Yep.
Brilliant. Hold on a moment.
Yes.
Whoops. Oh dear. So I've rolled 3 minuses, which negate my pilot, which puts me at 0. But my ship is at -2, so that takes me down to -2.
So,
But
no,
I've got shake a tail, which is +2, which brings me back up to 0. Is that right?
So not quite. The 2 on that, you don't have a -2 from the ship.
Oh, I thought I had -2 from the ship because it was so badly shot up.
Let me just double check.
Because I've got 3 of my critical systems damage boxes filled out.
Yeah, I don't. It's not a -2. You do have a penalty. The kid. Problem with all you all having different ships is that you've all got different ship sheets and conditions.
That's why I printed mine off.
Yeah. And you've obviously got your player sheets and your ship sheets, so I keep loading the wrong sheet.
Yeah.
So you took the damage to, was it critical systems?
Yeah, I was I filled out everything down to I filled out the first 3 boxes on critical systems.
So you don't take any penalties from that.
Right.
You do have an aspect that's now in play called life support damage that I could spend a fate point on. There's an invoke on it that I can use, but it's not relevant at this point. So you're not taking any penalties from your ship.
So that's 2 then.
So then I'll be at 2. +2.
+2 total, and you're again. He got a 5. So you can spend a fate point at this point if you want to re-roll. You've got 3 fate points. Do you have an aspect though that you would use?
Sorry, because I used 2 of my fate points last time. So do I go back up to?
Yeah, they refresh at the start of the session.
Okay, brilliant.
I'm trying to think whether you've got an aspect that's relevant at this point. Rookie pilot probably wouldn't help here.
No.
Jizz singer wouldn't. Pensive withdrawn wouldn't. You do have one empty aspect that I'll let you name now if you want to come up with something relevant.
So what would that be? That would be like cheat death or something, would it?
Yeah, you could call it luckier than I deserve to be or something.
Luck of the youth.
Yep. That would work.
Yes. More luck.
So if you want to write that down, it's called...
Can I say more luck than judgment?
Yeah, that makes sense. You're still muted, Matthew. You're muted.
Brilliant.
Muted again, not still muted.
So you've got that final aspect there, Jerry. You can spend a fate point and re-roll your dice or get a +2. It's up to you.
I think I'll need to re-roll my dice because they're on 5, you said, didn't you?
He's on a 5 on his attack run, yes.
Yeah.
And you would know from the previous attack that they also have a weapon value that adds on to that in terms of damage.
So I'll go to roll again. And that's well, it is a bit better because it's plus and minus, which makes it 0. So 0 plus my pilot is 3. Plus my shake a tail, it makes
2.
it 5.
Ooh.
So that brings it in equal, which means you only take the damage from the weapon value, which is 2 points.
How many points?
2 points of damage. Let me see. Oh, your shields are completely out, aren't they?
Yeah, all my. Oh, hold on. I think I've got 2 other shield things. No, I've only got 3 shields. And they're
Yeah, so your shields are out.
Yeah.
So let's see which point that goes on to. And it goes on to your propulsion system. So that's 2 points of damage you need to soak.
So I could take up minimize 1 die on tactic actions, which costs 2.
Yep.
Having tactics of 4, I'll just have to work with -2 now for the rest of this until I die. Is that
You won't die. I'm here to save you.
You also, because you've been hit, take a point of stress on you. So that's on your.
On my. Okay, so that brings me up to 4 points of stress at the moment.
Okay.
And I've got no more mild.
Yep, you've used your mild condition already.
I've used my mild, so the next one will be moderate. That's where the -2 is. Is that?
No, so they're not. That's just how much damage they can soak.
Oh, but it doesn't. Oh, okay. It doesn't give me a -2 on.
No, it's just a new aspect.
Okay.
So that brings us round to the kid and the bomber who are in the special zone, which means we've got to the end of the round, and you get to move zones now if you wish to still do that.
Will I be followed into a new zone?
They get the choice, which they will do, but Ratchet will also chase them.
Well, yeah. I'll tell you what. I also noticed that Asteroid is in the special zone as well. So I was wondering if I could pull a hard right and just plow into the power station on the asteroid and punch out at the last minute in a heroic way to take their power out, and in the same way you'd crash your ship onto an aircraft carrier deck when you're mortally wounded.
I will let you do that if you want to.
Yeah, I'm going to give that a go.
Okay, let me just pull up.
How do I do that?
The rules for punching out. Because punching out, I will explain the rules before you make your decision. Punching out hurts.
Yes.
Punching out. I can never find the right page. So basically, I'm going to ask you to do first off a piloting roll to line up the shot or the suicide run.
Yeah. Okay, I shall do that now. Okay, so that's -1 plus 3 is +2.
Okay. You're going to be able to line it up. Are you just trying to hit, or are you trying to set off the remaining weapons that you have to really blow this up?
If that'd be good. Yeah, I could leave everything off safe, couldn't I?
Yep. So for that, can you make me a tactics roll against a 2? No. Yeah, it'll be a tactics roll.
With my -2, yeah.
Do you have a -2?
I have a -2 from losing the minimize the.
Oh no! It's not a -2. It's just minimize 1 die. So you take one of the dice that you've rolled and turn it to a minus.
Okay. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
It's.
So I can take I can take a neutral dice and turn it to a
No,
minus.
it has to be a plus first.
Has to be a plus. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So well, that's no problem. I didn't get any pluses, so I've just got a natural roll of 4 tactics.
And did you turn if you didn't have any pluses, turn a neutral?
Okay, so that means I've got a result of +1.
Okay, so it's not going to be as ideal as you wanted, unless you want to spend a fate point to invoke an aspect or a reroll.
Yeah, go on. I'll
you can just get a +2. Just get a +2.
Or yeah, you get a +2. Sorry, rather than a reroll. I suggest maybe lumbering heavy bomber would make sense here.
Yeah. Is that because that's one of the aspects? Yeah.
Yeah, that's your ship aspect. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you pull the safeties on the remaining weapons, line it up, and you're coming it in, and to punch out, because you are choosing to punch out, it's not as bad as if your ship was about to explode.
Mm-hmm.
You are going to be attacked again. So when you punch out, punching out is a violent process.
Yeah.
I mean, take what happened to Goose. If the ship explodes, you need to defend against a +5.
But it was there'll be no resistance because there's no airflow because I'm in space. So we just sort of off each other.
It's the acceleration. You're going from 0 to 20 Gs. Because you are choosing to punch out manually. If you were punching out because your ship had exploded, you'd need to spend a fate point, and you'd be attacked off +5. Because you're doing it manually, you don't have to spend a fate point, and the attack is a +3. So can you make me a defense roll with discipline or athletics? It's up to you.
So athletics or neither of them have anything in them. So it doesn't matter.
So just give us a good roll with all four pluses, please.
We need 4 pluses here. We got 2 pluses and 1 minus and 1. So that's 1 more. That's +1.
+1. So you're going to take 2 points of stress.
Okay.
Or 2 points of harm. And that will. You said you had 1 stress left, didn't you?
Yeah.
But I wouldn't fill that in. You're going to have to, because you're going to have to fill your moderate in regardless. Which will soak both points.
Yeah, because I can take 4 in moderate, can't I?
Yes. So a moderate condition is a bit more serious harm. A
Yeah.
mild one goes away quite quickly.
Yeah.
Moderate, what are we going to call this?
Broken leg.
Yeah, I think broken leg is your leg clips the canopy.
Yeah.
So, Crip, you've come down on the tail of these interceptors, taken one out. The other one's clipped the wing of the kid, and you thought it wasn't too bad. And then the kid has just veered from where they were going pretty much a 90-degree angle. Straight in towards the base, what's left of the defenses. And at the last second before they plow into it, you see him punch out to the side, because I have no idea how you punch out of a B-wing, which direction you go.
Nope, I've got a clue.
But he just
vaguely remember that the whole module disconnects, but I don't know where I'm getting that.
That does ring a bell, actually.
That would make sense. That would make sense.
So yeah, the cockpit module just disconnects and escape rockets fire and just push it off to one side and send it tumbling before the remains of the ship plows into the shield generators that are left, and the entire thing goes up and just an explosion ripples out across the surface of the asteroid. Now, because the interceptor was on the kid's tail and you're on its tail, can you make me a pilot roll to avoid the explosion?
Excellent.
You're going to be against a plus. Let me just roll to see what you're against. So you're going to be against a +2. It's going to be against a +4 because it's closer in.
Yep. I got 2.
It got a 3.
I got 2.
You got 2. So it's caught in the explosion as well. And goes up in flames with alongside the kid. And you narrowly pull up, shoot out of the flames, back into the safety of space.
Okay.
And you can now see that you have picked up the repeating ping of the rescue beacon from the kids.
So for my action, I can't attack the turret, can I?
We haven't jumped round again.
Before we get to you, Paul.
Right, yeah.
We've got the bomber's action.
Yeah. So the bomber is going to move to, and I will roll for where they end up on the chart. They're going to dive into the atmosphere.
Right.
Bravo. Do you want to follow them? You're on the tail. You get the choice.
Yes. I shouldn't be, but I'm having just seen the destruction wrought on my crewmate.
Okay.
I have vengeance in my heart.
Let me just find out where you're going to be starting. Maneuver is tactics. Bomber tactics. +3. So they will be starting on a +3. You'll be starting on a +4, Bravo. So above the turret defenses of the AT-ATs. Ratchet, you go down a slot, and then we start the next round.
Okay.
We'll start with you, Ratchet, with what do you want to do?
That
turret's gone.
Awesome. Is our kid okay for me to leave him for a bit?
Yes, you would know the life support. Oh, actually, his life support was damaged.
But I don't know that.
You don't know that.
No, but neither did Craig for a moment. He'd forgotten that.
I'd forgotten that. Life, but then he's not. Yeah,
Yeah, he's going to be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Crip.
He's on the emergency life support at this point.
Okay. So I am going to go to the atmosphere.
Okay. So you'll spend this round maneuvering. As you dive towards the atmosphere, you see the telltale flashes of ships and exiting hyperspace as the fleet arrives.
Perfect timing.
And begins engaging the much more limited defenses that are still active, primarily coming from the shipyard itself. But compared to what the asteroids had, that's minimal. Especially because, as you know, the ship has been gutted.
Yep.
Over on the planet, diving down, Bravo, you are in pursuit of a TIE bomber that appears to have gone straight from re-entry into a bombing run.
Mm-hmm. Making a sound remarkably like a Stuka, I imagine.
I imagine so too. It's your action. What would you like to do?
My action, of course. Right. Well,
Yep.
It's now +4 to me.
Yep.
I'm gonna shoot it with my lasers.
Okay.
Right.
So you are against a defense of 3.
I am 0 on my dice. I'm +4, +3, 7.
Again, that will be boom, and the bomber disintegrates into pieces, falling towards the ground below it. That's rapidly approaching. You do get a boost from that. Do you want a maneuvering boost because you're coming in hot?
Yes. I you know what I'd really like this to be? I'd like there to be an explosion. So we haven't actually seen me with this one. We've been following the bomber in this. Suddenly turns into a fireball, and through the fireball I fly in my trusty old Y-wing. Preferably we pan back from the viewpoint to realize that we're looking at the scared eyes of either the rear gunner in the other bomber or in the turret there.
Okay, yep.
Excellent Y-wing action there, Paul. Thank you very much.
So you will have a boost against whichever target you choose to pick next time of taken by surprise, we'll call it.
Cool.
So presumably the explosion went, and then there was a pause while we all waited for the Y-wing to actually get through the debris.
I don't think we even knew about the fate of the Y-wing. What we were looking at was
the bomber.
The bomber just coming down to attack the punters, and then suddenly it explodes, and we go, "How did that happen?" And then from the explosion comes my Y-wing.
A long pause while the Y-wing
Y-wing turned up.
Wait, because it's a Y-wing. Is that what we're getting at now?
Well, yes. According to Bruce in the chat, the only good Y-wing is a blown-up Y-wing.
Yeah, well, I'm about to prove you wrong, Bruce.
I mean, I believe you are leading the kill count at this point. So.
Yes. Yes, by far and away.
So
I just want to point out my chasing glory, chasing her legacy is my main stunt.
Yep.
The second bomber will conduct a bombing run on the ground, and it swoops in and just lets out a series of munitions that rip across the refinery district. That's technology. It seems to do quite a bit of damage as it catches one of the refineries that goes up in a secondary explosion.
Bad boom.
And you once again hear the voice of Matak, your contact, screaming at you for, "We need air support. Where are you? I trusted you. We're being massacred down here."
That's fine. That's fine. I'll reply when it's my action next time.
We degrade positions.
Send him a note.
And Ratchet, can you make me a tactics roll, please?
So -1. Tactics is 3. That's 3. Ooh, that's 2.
2. So
Bad
you
roll.
are level with one of the turrets on, and these are turrets on the two AT-ATs
Okay.
that are slowly tracking up towards the sky as they detect you. That's why they didn't try and do a tactical refocus last turn.
Okay.
So, Bravo, you still have
I still have the upper hand.
advantage.
Right. Well, I'm going to get on the tail of that murderous Y-wing.
You're the murderous Y-wing.
Oh, no, sorry. We're the murderous Y. I'm going to get on the tail of that murderous TIE bomber. Like that. Just like that.
Yeah. So you get your +2. You've got the boost if you need it.
Yeah, I'm going to do that coming out of surprise, and I'll do the surprise. I'll do the announcement to Matak after I've come blasting in.
So you're against a 4 here.
4, crikey. So that's gunnery 3 +2, 5. So I don't want to roll badly. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, gunnery 3.
Yeah, you got +2. You got. Oh yeah.
Oh no, I've got another +2. You're right for the boost.
Yeah.
If you want it, or you can use it as a reroll.
Well, let's just see where that heads up with this. I'm 0 on my dice, so I will go for +2, which makes gunnery 3 +4, 7
7.
against his 5.
And that
That's 4.
no, against a 4.
Against his 4, right?
So that's 3 points of
Great.
damage.
0
Which-
damage.
Yep.
Could I invoke another aspect?
You can, if you've got the fate points.
I've got
Which
the
you
fate
have.
points. I've got 4 fate points because I'm flying a Y-wing, Bruce. I'm flying a Y-wing. And I worked out what my stunt was for Grandma's flying helmet,
Right.
which is a more elegant targeting system from a more civilized age.
So that won't be an aspect because it's a stunt.
Yeah, it's a stunt. Yeah.
Yep.
So how does that work?
So the easiest way to do that would be a +2 on a particular action, on a particular type of attack. So I would suggest, because you seem to be fond of it, a +2 to gunnery when I'm on someone's tail.
Right. Okay, then. That sounds good to me. +2 to gunnery. I'll write that on the board.
I mean, that makes you extremely deadly when you're on someone's tail, because that would give you
Oh, hold on. What
base
am I
of
doing?
a +8. No, what's your gunnery?
Sorry, I'm just turning. Suddenly, the YouTube sprang to life. So I'm going +2, and I am on someone's tail. So does that requires a spend a point though, doesn't it? Fate point?
No.
Does it not? Oh, so that's +2 anytime.
Anytime you are using gunnery on someone's tail.
difficult.
I mean, you might want to change that because it is stacking effects, basically. It makes you deadly on someone's tail, but you'll end up always being on someone's tail. It's up to you. Because your gunnery's at 3 or 4.
My gunner is at 3, so that's quite high already.
So you'll start every time you are on someone's tail, you're starting on a +7.
Yeah, I don't like that. I tell you why I don't like that, because actually, really, it should be about being. I'm a Y-wing, so I'm not an Oh, fuck it! No, let's go with it. I'm a Y-wing, but I fly it like a fighter.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, let's just go with that. So add another couple onto his thing. That's Oh fuck! I can't remember what. Excuse me.
Another 2.
So that's 7.
Yeah. So this.
No. It's 9. It's 9.
So 9 versus his 4. Yeah.
So this bomber is plummeted. It was on another attack run, which seems to be these diving runs that they favor, and now it pretty much looks like an uncontrolled dive. As both of the engines have cut out, and it's just diving towards the target in a sort of suicide run.
Right, I'm going to stay on there because stay on its tail, because it's doing it. It's just copying what Orchid did.
Well, so that's your action moving on to its tail. Ratchet, you and the first AT-AT will go simultaneously.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
There's no way I can hack an AT-AT, is there?
Not easily.
No, okay.
I will say I've probably been a bit lax on how easy you've been hacking stuff.
It's been a bit too easy, hasn't it?
Yeah. So I might, for future things,
that's cool.
I'll probably, what I'll do is I'll make it more of a multi-stage thing. That you'll have to do multiple actions, or rather than just one really difficult action.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I can't shoot people on the same level as me, can I?
You can.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna. I'm proton torpedoing that AT-AT.
Okay.
So that's tech, which is. So do I maximize? Do I maximize on a proton torpedo? Maximize one
proton. No, proton torpedoes minimize 1 die against small targets. This will count as
AT-AT small.
No, so okay. You're not changing anything.
Okay. That's nothing.
And that's against a 1. Is your?
I got 4.
4.
So it's a total of 7 damage. Because they do 4 damage, don't they?
No, they do. Proton's 4.
4, yeah.
Okay.
I've only got 1 of them. That's me out of missiles.
So 7 damage. It's got 1, 2, 5. Yeah. You blow this AT-AT away as it the torpedo comes down straight into the side of the thing. They're not designed for defending against
a proton torpedo.
A proton torpedo.
Proton torpedoes take out Death Stars, so you know. Yeah.
But it will go simultaneously with you, so it's going to be shooting at you at the same time. So can you make me a pilot roll here, please?
Yep. That's a 1.
That's a 5.
I am definitely going to re-roll that. I'm going to re-roll it using never where you want him to be.
Yep.
Oh, good. Oh, that's loads better. That's 4 then.
Okay, so you will be taking 2 points of damage then.
Can I spend another fate point, or are you limited to 1 fate point per die roll?
No, 1 aspect per die roll, but if you've got
okay.
a different aspect that you can use.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't. So I just take.
I mean,
the rest of my stuff is all about hacking and stuff like that, which is this is not appropriate.
Yeah, so that would be 2 points, which I presume. Do you still have
I'll
your
take on the shields. Yeah, take on the shields.
So that was shield, so you don't take any personal stress.
No.
And we are round. Bravo acted. We are round. The TIE bomber is going to make. What I'm going to say, the TIE bomber isn't going to make an attack. If it survives this next round, it's going to plow straight into the rebels. The turret is going to try and do a tactical refocus to try and end up above you guys, and I bet it's going to end up.
Shouldn't we be degrading first? Although that doesn't matter, does it?
No, this is its action.
Yeah. Okay.
And it doesn't degrade if it does a tactical refocus.
Yeah. No, forgive me. I thought we were at the end of the round.
So that puts it to a 3.
Oof.
Woohoo!
And then we get to the end of the round. You guys drop down. One of those AT-ATs a deed. deed.
Boom! I get to put that on my kill sheet.
You do. You can add it to the one you stole off me in the training.
I've got that one. Yeah, when I kill stealed.
Ratchet, as you... Yeah. Oh, sorry. Back up in space. Our kid, a rescue shuttle has launched from the fleet and comes to grab you. You can see that the fight is going very well, thanks to the defenses being down. And as you are being rescued, one of your rescuers points out on the scans a shuttle and 2 TIE defenders launching from further around the planet and escaping off into hyperspace.
Who was in that?
For those that don't know, TIE defenders are basically the Empire's response to the rebels having shields and hyperdrives and tractor beams and torpedoes. They're sort of a B-wing crossed with an X-wing.
Yeah, they're the 3-wing.
Like.
Yeah, they're very nice.
Like. Very little in the way of downsides.
I think I might have one in my...
yes, they have hyperdrives. They have hyperdrives, nice. They have tractor beams, they have torpedoes, and they have shields. And they have the maneuverability of a TIE fighter.
Yes.
Back
cool.
down on the planet, the turret, it can't get on your tail, Ratchet, but as you pull out from your attack run on the first AT-AT, the head swings round on this one, tracks you, takes the shot.
No! Okay.
And you're against a 3.
Okay. That is a 4.
So as you dive between the buildings, the blasters just impact on the side of these big industrial buildings as you swoop between them.
As I blow a raspberry in that AT-AT's general direction.
With a
I will
cheering
point
crowd,
out-
with a cheering crowd of rebels, hopefully within shot for this one.
Yep.
Because it is a large target, you can still target it even though the
Oh,
Sorry.
even though it's higher than me.
it is above you.
Awesome. I'm definitely going to shoot at it then.
Yeah, you can. So the turret has advantage over you, but the AT-AT itself doesn't.
Doesn't.
No.
Okay,
Which
cool.
brings us to Ratchet.
I'm going to shoot the AT-AT.
Okay.
Come on.
Against a 2.
I got 2.
So that would just be your base damage of 1 as you pepper it with
1.
blaster bolts.
Yep.
Unless you want to invoke a aspect of some sort.
Haven't really got any blowy up things. I'm not a ace pilot like my 2 colleagues. I am a techie. So.
Okay, so you do that. Bravo, you are on this bomber's wing, on tail.
So you're +8. You're on 8 at the moment base.
I'm on his tail. My base
Yeah.
attack is 8. One, I think I might break off and go for somebody else. No.
Let me see how bad this is going to be. A 2 you need to beat.
2. Right. Well, the worst thing that can happen is I get 4 minuses.
Yep.
But instead I get 3 pluses. So that's 11.
That's 11 as... I mean, I'm sort of imagining at this point, you've just so outflown this that you're essentially, you come in, it's coming in on its attack run.
Yeah.
And I sort of imagine, rather than blowing it out the sky so that the weapons still impact, you blow one of the wings off in a surgical strike enough
Yes.
that it spirals off on a
spins off.
different course.
With that 11, is there any chance I can spend some of that success on it spinning into the side of the...
AT-AT?
No, but I'll let you make a second attack on a base attack on the AT-AT.
Cool. Okay, so I don't get my elegant system here. So I'm down on gunnery. Oh. What's the weapon I had? The weapon's good on large targets, isn't it?
Ion cannon.
My iron cannon. And what do I roll for iron cannon? Is that gunnery or
Technology.
Is that technology? Right. So let's go. Since I just blasted, let's go for my weakest.
Oh no, sorry, it is gunnery. It is gunnery.
It is gunnery. Iron
Pick
cannon.
about
Yep.
gunnery.
Cool. Okay, so that's 3 on the gunnery.
And you're against a 3 on its defense.
Right. Okay, so I've got to get positive here.
Or a wash. You know what I mean? As long as you get
Yeah, plus
3.
2.
Let's do 5.
So 5 on it.
Yeah, so
Versus
it doesn't
XP.
do any extra damage, but you do strike it, and you see the electric blue just wash over it. It's still moving, but it's a bit. The movement is jerky.
Right.
at
Yeah.
this
So
point.
it's had its yeah.
And we pop back round. We degrade, and we come back round as the AT-AT. It's going to take a shot at Bravo because it's shooting at him.
Yeah, that's fine.
I shot at him as well, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He can take a shot at you if you like, but
I mean, if you'd rather, but it's going to take the shot at Bravo.
Bravo's better dodger than me.
Can you make me a pilot roll, please, Bravo?
okay. So my pilot roll is 2.
You're against a 4.
Oh, crikey, this is a bit tense. I've had 2 lucky rolls. I can't last much longer. -1, so I'm on 1. Yeah.
So that will be 4 points of harm.
I haven't got my ship sheet here, so what does that mean?
Let me. I think I've closed the wrong one. Valia ship sheet. So you only have 2 shields.
Uh-huh.
So you can take 2 on the shields and lose your shields.
Yeah.
And then it will be 1 to one of your systems.
It'll be 1 to one of my systems, but I can take cosmetic damage to one of my systems, can't I? This is my ship. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Yep. Let me see which system it is. Blank. Propulsion system. So that's
cool. So
cosmetic
now
damage.
I've got smoke coming out of the propulsion system. It's not firing clean, but it's...
And you also take 1 point of stress because damage has got through your shields.
Cool.
Ratchet. The AT-AT has turned, and you can see Bravo pulling off
smoke. Boom!
Smoke.
No. Lost Death Wish. Our kid can't lose Bravo. I'm gonna shoot the AT-AT, or attempt to anyway. I have got no more missiles.
You're against the 3.
I got a total of 2, so he dodges me.
Wow, it impacts on the armor.
Yeah, no effect.
Yeah. Bravo.
Well, me again. Okay. So iron cannon again against the, because I'm feeling this beastie should be particularly adverse to an iron cannon, shouldn't it? At some point, those legs are going to buckle under it in a cinematic collapse if I use my iron cannon.
And you're against a 1.
Right. So let's go with this one. Where am I? I am 3 on gunnery. No pluses to the cannon itself. And I am +2. So that is 5 versus 1, 4.
So that's success with style, which is 2 points of strain, and it collapses down with a thunk as the legs lose control, leaving it.
No boom, but it's still cool.
Doesn't go boom, no. But
it goes
with
sparkly blue, doesn't it? Yeah, that's what we want. And a cheer from the rebels, of course, obviously.
And a cheer from the rebels. After that, mopping up the remaining ground forces isn't hard. There's a couple of ATSTs and there's stormtroopers. Doesn't take long for them to be wiped out / surrender. So we will drop out of combat. If you can drop
Take the map away.
Share, please.
Well, remove that share. There we go.
And you meet back aboard one of the fleet ships.
As soon as I land, I'm going to go see what Bravo's ship is burning at, because I've lost 1 ship. I can't lose another. So,
Bravo's ship is actually much better than you thought, from the looks of it. It seems to be it's more like it's punctured through a couple of holes so that steam is venting out, but there's not much actual damage.
Good.
So we're gonna do
touch my ship, I can fix it myself.
Aerodynamics.
So first thing I'd like you to all do is try and recover from your stress, those that took it.
I didn't take any.
Now, there are two things I'm thinking of to recover from my stress.
Well,
but they
before
are
you do
both
that,
planetside.
before you do that, you get to roll discipline to try and recover from your stress.
I've got a bit of discipline.
And we can get rid of the -1 tactics for the next mission.
So Bravo, your difficulty is a 1.
Oh, that's easy. And my discipline is a 1. So all I need to do is get positive. But I've been rolling very well. And I'm at -2.
So you failed to clear your stress. You will need to spend some time decompressing.
Yeah. I have 2 ways of decompressing.
Oh, kid.
They are both planetside.
Yes. Well, I've a discipline of
You
0. So,
have a chance to use. Is a 5.
Hold on, you're breaking
Reducing
up.
the amount of stress you took. Oh no, you took 4 stress, didn't you? Your difficulty is equal to the amount of stress you took, which I believe is 4.
Yes, it's 4. I've discipline of 0, and I've just.
So that's your difficulty.
So you're just going to roll 4 pluses on those dice.
Just 4 pluses.
Yeah, I've rolled.
No pressure.
I've rolled 3 minuses and 1 plus.
Me too.
Okay. So your broken leg is quite distracting. It's not any way to unwind. Which means you'll both need to spend an action. So we're going to do a quick little montage of scenes, which is the between engagements, off duty. So you each get to pick 2 things that your character is doing between the engagements before we dive into the debrief and the next mission.
Okay.
For those of you that still have stress, you can try and recover from stress, or you can recover from the stress by decompressing, which is your positive aspect, or raising hell, which is your negative aspect. If you use your positive aspect, you spend a fate point to do so. If you use raising hell, you earn a fate point.
Oh, so tempting. So let me tell you what my narrative choice is, and you can tell me whether I can get away with it. So I come back to see Crip looking at my vessel, or I get out of the vessel and see Crip hungrily looking at repairing my vessel. I tell him in no uncertain terms to keep his filthy paws off it. And then I take the Y-wing back down to the surface. I slap Matak, saying I never promised him support. And if I find that my lover from a couple of episodes ago is an Imperial prisoner now, I shag her. So both disrespecting authority and finding love.
Well, I mean, so you're...
But I don't know whether I can fly, because I've got to get down to the planet, and I don't know whether I can fly with stress before decompressing.
Oh, yeah, no, I would allow that. So you're...
So the first thing would be to find Matak and just slap him across the cheek.
So that would definitely be your negative. So you'll earn a fate point from this.
Yeah.
Because rather than handing your ship over to the techs and heading towards debriefing, you've jumped in your ship, gone down to what's still an active combat zone, and insulted the local rebel leader.
Yeah.
Yes, that's gonna cause trouble for you, so that's definitely earn a fate point and clear your stress.
Cool. Now, obviously, the shagging the Imperial officer is conditional on many things, so we'll wait and see on that one.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be. We'll just say that happens because that's. Our kid.
Hello.
What would you like to do for your recovery?
So I
for
reckon
clearing the stress.
for the steering, clearing the stress, a rookie pilot decompression. I guess that's the positive, which would be writing
No,
out
rookie pilot isn't your positive is Jizz Singer,
right,
and your negative is pensive withdrawn.
right, yeah. Okay, so they're very juxtaposition, so it'd be difficult to do them both.
Oh no, you only have to do one.
Yep.
If you do this,
go on.
if you've got the fate points, I would sort of suggest the singing, because so you'll get a second action, and Crip, you'll get 2 because you're not having to recover from stress. But one of those second actions could be visit the doctor for the kid, who has frozen. Nope.
No,
And I
that
sort of
was
like the
possibly
idea
you.
of you being sitting there. That was me, maybe. I sort of like the idea of the kid sitting in the clinic with his leg in a back-to bag, singing away to everyone's annoyance.
Or doing that. Was it Dave Grohl where he basically broke his leg and he basically came back up on the on stage with his leg in cast and continued singing sort of thing. Or he actually got a chair, didn't he? He carried on singing, finished the concert, and then went to hospital. But yeah, that sort of thing.
Yeah. So if you want to do that,
I certainly
Jerry,
will.
I think
Yes,
my internet's been a bit
it's,
unlevel.
you're coming across very clear, Craig.
Yeah, you're coming across fine.
It's possibly just a little bit of a lag.
Okay, so that will cost you a fate point.
Right.
Yeah. And you can do that.
So that leaves me with 1 fate point now for this. And do I have to roll some dice?
Action. Nope, it just happens.
Oh, it just happens. And does that remove all 4 stress?
Crip. No.
Yes. You are cutting out a little bit, but generally speaking, we're okay. We can hear what you're saying, Craig. Yeah. Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, my internet has gone.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
You can hear me now. Crip, do you want to choose your first action here, you little scene?
Can I? Well, obviously the getting my shields back isn't a problem because I don't need to do an action for that, do I? That's
no.
I could have done that on the way back.
No, that's automatic.
Is there a way of souping up my spending some time on my ship, or is there a way that I could with the healing? Does it just for our kid? Does it automatically just heal, or can I assist the healing in any way?
So he will need to visit a medic.
Mm.
I don't think you can try and help, but
please don't.
It would be probably an empathy, maybe.
Yeah, got a bit of that, but not much.
It's
empathy. Crip, lick him.
It's not going to be
lick him. That's how you guys heal wounds.
Okay. All right. I was just seeing if there was anything in, you could assess other people's stuff. But I'll just try to soup up my ship.
And create an advantage. Yeah, you
Yeah,
could actually.
Okay. Well,
what would be perfect for you, Crip? You could go and scrounge up some Bacta from the black market.
Oh, good call. Yeah. Yes, I will go and strangle some Bacta from the stores and things like that. So I will try to basically go and haggle some Bacta.
So, can you make me
Investigate.
either a rapport or investigate
It'd be investigate.
against
And I
a +3? This is
okay. I will invoke my haggling prodigy aspect,
okay.
which gives me a that's +3. That's +2, isn't it? So yeah, so that's a total of 5.
Total of 5. So yeah, you are able to contact a few people that owe you favors, and Bacta isn't the easiest to get hold of, but you're able to get hold of some. So
Cool.
our kid, you will have a 3 invoke if you choose to do the recovery action.
Excellent.
I don't know how
Very
much of
good.
that came across. Yeah.
All of
Yeah,
it.
it all came across, but I was just confused about what the effect, whether I had to do something on top of that.
Yeah.
We
So
get-
what you will need to do here is visit the doctor to start the healing process. And a mild is recovered with 1 scene, moderate is recovered after a whole session. So as long as you succeed on this roll, you will have recovered fully that moderate condition by the end of the next session.
Right.
And so can you make me a recovery? Is it a doctor?
103. Doctor visits.
It
Medical
refers to
facility.
fake call, which I don't have.
Oh, 160.
We're going to say. I'm going to say, can you make me a athletics roll?
Jolly good. Let's try that then.
Because it's a physical recovery.
The difficulty is a great, so that's +4.
Yeah.
Moderate is great. So
Yeah, it's equal to
+4.
the condition.
So
But
I
the
got
medical facilities have got +4. Typically, it says in Tachyon Squadron.
Yeah. Okay, I missed that page. Yeah, so you have then a +4. Yeah, I found it now. So you have a +4. You're against the difficulty of a 4, and you've got an invocation of Bacta that you can use for a reroll or a +2 if you need it.
I think I'll take the +2 because I rolled 0. I rolled a plus, a minus, and a plus, and I've got athletics of 0. So I'll take
Okay,
So total of 6.
6. You begin the recovery process. It's going to take another session's worth of time. So you're up and mobile, but you've got this big brace of green Bacta round your leg, helping fuse the bone.
You look like what's he called in Last Jedi?
Can I fly though, Doc?
Can't remember.
What it's called?
I wouldn't recommend it, but you're not going to listen, are you?
Well, you know, I'm here to fly.
Well, you pilots wouldn't listen if I told you you couldn't, so I'm not going to tell you you can't.
Okay, thank you very much, Doctor. So I go after that. I limped down to the hangar to try and acquire myself a new ship of any description.
We will come to that in a second. Bravo. What would you like to do for your second action?
So I could get myself into real trouble here, but I've got the extra fate point. So I could just fly home having decompressed. The combat's still going on. I could get myself into real trouble by being caught in flagrante delicto with my Imperial lover. Or now that I'm de-stressed, I could just fly back and face the music. Because I kind of slapped him in a way that I imagine he's really surprised and everybody's really stunned, and then walked out. So, so maybe I should just fly home.
I would say that if you wanted to go and visit, I can't remember her name.
Neither can Dravo.
No,
Yeah. If
the
you
name
want
wasn't
to-
important.
Talia.
Talia,
If you wanted to go and visit her, I would count it as one of the actions is called Nose Around, which gets you intel.
Well, I got intel from it last time. Maybe I'll do that again. Intrigued by that report of shuttle and 2 TIE defenders. I'd like to see if maybe I can find out what was going on there. And, also maybe get high and shag.
Yep. So, can you make me investigate? Doesn't
Discipline roll?
sound right. Let's go with rapport
Rapport. Okay. What am I on rapport?
because this feels more.
I'm
like
good on rapport. I'm good on rapport.
You're trying to get information, as you smoke your cigarette afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Death stick.
I am
Death stick,
0 on my dice, and that's 3 in total.
3, you are able to get a little bit of information from her. She knows that, she thinks most likely that was Governor Nikau being taken away by Moff Narkav's troops, because the governor did not have access to anything like a TIE defender. Whereas Moff Narkav in the last few months has suddenly had access to a lot more than a Moff of a relatively minor system would have. 2 TIE defenders is, pretty unheard of for this sort of sector.
Could I, when we witnessed it from the shuttle, making its jump, did we have an opportunity to postulate where it was heading from the coordinates it jumped from, or jumped? Yeah.
I will let
It's
you
trajectory.
make a technology roll there, kid. But it's going to be hard because you weren't piloting this ship and they just, hit you with a dose of painkillers. So it's going to be against a 5.
I've got 1, so if I roll 4 pluses, I'll get 5.
I was thinking of doing that as well, Arcade, but could I assist Arcade? Could we be battering our head together, so to speak? Because I just got him the back there.
No, because this is something that he would have had to have
Done
before.
on the vessel.
No, this is something
Sorry.
he would have needed to have done while he was on the shuttle.
Yeah, no worries.
So that's up
So-
0 again.
Zero.
0. No.
No, you were.
They were-
The fact
they
that
were
you
that way.
spotted this was about the
They were
limit
that
of
way.
what. Yeah. So we'll just do Crip, your second action.
Can I have tried to work out where their evil Jedi, evil Empire people have disappeared to, or not? Is that an option? Using my high-powered data pad and all my other technological skills to work that out, or attempt to, anyway.
Sorry, I missed what you were trying to work out. I just heard that you were using
where
your
they've
data
gone.
pad.
Where they've
He was
gone.
trying to look at their warp signatures.
Yep, trying to look at the warp signatures to work out exactly what their possible destination is, and then so we can report to command, so we can go after them.
Yep, so that will be a 4 your difficulty, because you're not
Okay.
doing it while high on painkillers.
Yep, no worries. So I can maximize a dice on this roll. And yeah, I can't use ship's slicer, can I? Because that's not actually that's hacking ships, isn't it? So yeah, so it's just just a straight roll, which is plus 2 I got on the roll. So that's a total of 6. Oh, I've maximized the dice, sorry, so that's plus 3. So that's a total of 7.
So that's a success with style. You are able to work out the jump angle, which confuses the hell out of you because it's heading into deep space and does not intercept with any planets within hyperdrive range.
Okay, well that's peculiar.
You know, you run it a few
Maybe there's
times,
a
run the
small
calculations different ways. It seems to be like they're jumping towards the center of the sector.
Right.
But that it just, you know,
there's nothing meant to be
the
there.
nearest 2 planets are. There is
what you're
nothing
missing,
meant to be
Crip,
there.
is R2D2's bit of the map.
Because that's how maps work.
Yeah.
Or is it R2 or was
yeah.
it the balls? I can't remember.
It was the first one.
Yeah. You do have a very good trajectory.
Okay.
You just don't
Could be a hidden system.
have any idea. Yeah, hidden system. You have no idea what they were heading towards or how far along that trajectory.
Yep.
But I'll make a note that you have that intel.
Cool.
And
That's
if
not
you
a move.
acquire additional information, it would help. So that's your few
Down to
little
left.
actions. A couple of hours later, the squadron is summoned by the
It's a couple of
admiral.
hours after I get back to the carrier, you mean? 'Cause
Well, yeah, it's a couple of
later, I'm
hours
still
because
smoking dustic.
Well, it's a couple of hours because they have to wait for you to
to get back.
return from going AWOL. You have reunited with Death Wish, who I'm sure tells you a tale of chasing, being chased all around the station by this pair of TIE fighters. That one moment it's 2 TIE fighters, then it's 2 TIE interceptors, then it's a trio of interceptors, and
Wow.
The admiral.
That's amazing.
But then he rigged the
Walks in.
blasters on his vessel to kind of constantly fire. and finally destroyed them.
and motions to the squadron and the other squadrons and flight leaders that are present to sit down, looks over and glares at you, Bravo, but there and pauses at our kid who is sat there in, I imagine, probably a wheelchair at this point because this is early on in the recovery. And he goes, "Congratulations, pilots. Thanks to the efforts of Tachyon Squadron, the defenses were lowered in time for the arrival of the fleet, and our losses have been minimal. We have secured our primary objective of the shipyards and begun taking control of the planetside with the reluctant assistance of Commander Matak, who will be leading the planetary defense forces going forward."
Ooh. Can be an enemy, isn't he, now? Just because I slapped him publicly.
Matak's ace. Because I don't know what he did.
He has filed an interesting report, which I will be talking with your flight leader about shortly.
Yeah, we did good.
Indeed, Ratchet. Now that we have control of the system, we need to secure our foothold within the Vulcan's sector. And it brings up a map that has Vulcan highlighted and has Mantell, which is where you are, and has Vulcan, the planet that you were at previously, highlighted as well. We have 2 systems under our control, and we expect that the Empire will be making a plan for retaking them shortly, which is why we need to continue the offensive. So, Tachyon Squadron, I apologize for the lack of recovery time. Yes, kid?
Just, I was just wondering if there's any clarification of the senior person. I assume it was a senior person who escaped our clutches in the middle of the battle. As I was floating around upstairs, I saw a shuttle and
their warp signature just goes nowhere. It's a weird sort of, and I'll sort of do my data pad and
bring it up.
Look, it just goes nowhere.
Any further?
My source, planetside, says it's
you see. So at all this, you see. So Admiral Joskley is a Twi'lek, and you see the Leku. I think that's the name.
Leku. Yeah.
Twitch a little with irritation of. The analysts will be handling the data and are already on it, but I will forward your analysis, Ratchet. And Bravo, we will discuss your source privately.
Hey, if you want to know more.
We expect that Moff Narkav will be mustering a counterattack. However, his actions to date are not what we were expecting. The Star Destroyer, as that we expected to be under repair, appears to have been gutted.
Yeah.
And the intel provided by Effekt Flight suggests that this has been an ongoing process.
Not just the intel, but the power supply unit we picked up as well. The hyperdrive power supply.
Hyperdrive crystal.
The hyperdrive crystal will be shipped out and put to immediate use. Which is why we are going to push the offensive with a push into the Soldaris system, where we plan to harass the shipping taking place there of Imperial units who appear to have been on the move somewhat. We need to force their hand and find out where they're going to. So Effekt Flight and you will be tasked with placing trackers into the shipping.
I look across at Crip at this mention here, thinking this is a job for Ratchet.
And then scaring them into making a run to wherever their resupply base is. Have you got any questions about the mission that we can clarify?
What will I be flying in, please?
We'll find something for you.
Wonderful.
Might
Thank
not
you.
be as off the line as your brand new B-Wing was, but we will have a ship as long as you are good enough to pilot. If there are no other questions, I will leave you to begin your planning. And good luck. I made a feel for you. And Gab steps out. As they're
when
at
am
the
I
door,
to report to his office?
they turn. Yeah, they turn and go, Bravo, 1500 hours. Don't be late. So you're left in the briefing room. The other commanders and that filter out. And you are left with the opportunity to plan your mission. So at this point, any questions that you want about the mission?
Okay,
now
this system.
and then,
This system, how close is it to the coordinates that Crip identified?
it's the same sector
General
that
direction.
you're already in.
Oh. Mhm.
It's relatively close, but it's not. There is no way if that flight plan went through that system.
Right.
You would have available, the system does have a large Imperial garrison on the planet, and a shipyard. There's a lot of civilian and Imperial traffic. Not shipyard, but a shipport. It's a bit of a hub in terms of movement, which is why there's a larger garrison on it. So have you got any questions that you want to raise about your mission, or any plans or any equipment you want to requisition?
Scaring
no,
the Imperials.
I'm just going to get some more missiles, basically, from the ship.
Yep, you'd be able to
Resupply.
rearm, resupply.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm just thinking about Griffin's ship. Could we hotwire a hyperdrive and a couple of blasters to a Bacta tank?
We're not playing Dune.
Okay.
You're not a navigator. Right. The spice does not flow.
Okay, now let me. Crip.
Yes.
Our kid. Obviously.
Yes, boss.
We know what Deathwish would say, but you two, talk me out of disobeying orders and heading off in the direction that you identify. Because I'm about to get balled out in the Admiral's office.
You want me to talk you out of that?
Yeah.
No. No. If you order me to go on that way, I'd like to go on that way, but I'd be following your orders.
What do you think about your kid?
Well, I can't see one flight doing very much. It seems like a trap for one flight to go out and to harass a busy Imperial spaceport.
Let me get this right. I am heading close. If we do this, I'm flying straight into court-martial. That's okay, but I'm taking you two with me. So I just want you to be aware. This isn't going to be some ceremony with like people standing to attention, us all getting medals. Well, except for Crip, obviously, because he's hairy.
What are you ordering us to go along that way?
Well,
you're the
at the
leader.
moment, I'm not doing anything. At the moment, you and I are having a conversation. But I'm just saying,
I
don't
understand subtlety. I'm a bit confused.
Going right over your head, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you want me to go chat to the
Admiral?
No, the clever people. The Admiral said that
the analysts.
That's my data. That's the one. I'll go
Possibly.
talk to the analysts.
You could possibly just see what they've done with your data while I go and have my excuse me, sorry.
Bless you. And again.
Get my wrist slapped by the Admiral. I mean, he's not going to do anything tough this time because look at my kill record. But
I don't know what is your kill record.
I've lost count.
So I'm winning then because I still have a count.
Actually,
More than that.
What are you on, Crip?
I'm on 3 TIE fighters, 2 TIE interceptors, a shield generator, a wrist explosion generator, and an AT-AT.
So 2 TIE fighters and 2 TIE bombers would make you an ace. 5
kills makes me an ace. Wow.
Yep.
What do you get for being an ace?
Kudos.
5 kills. Yeah.
Ace Ratchet.
Well done, Ace.
Well, I'm a bomber pilot, so I don't have them.
Me too, but just go after them.
I should really be in a bomber. I'm a far better bomber pilot, but I like my E-wing.
So, Bravo, you're going off to get bollocked.
Yeah.
I'll go and chat to the analysts. Or hack the analysts. One of the two.
So the analysts are... can you make me a rapport roll, please, Ratchet?
Ooh.
Would it be
You
rapport
need
with
rapport to
analysts?
hack
Wouldn't it be
the
like
analysts.
technology?
No.
Oh,
it's
it's to
rapport,
talk to them.
mate.
Yeah. All right, rapport. Yeah.
That's-
fine. I was
And
I
you're
was
at minus
just,
one
just
because...
just trying to say that analysts, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We know what business analysts are like, don't we?
So you're going to be against a 3.
Against a 3. I've got to get 3 on these dice then. Oh, I got 2. Could I invoke High Inquisitive Tinkerer for an additional +2?
I'd let him if I were you, but you're the GM, Craig. I'm just putting
Yeah.
moral pressure on you.
I like that.
Okay, cool. So that's my last. That's me out. With
I will let
fate
you have
points,
that.
But cool.
Okay.
I'm being over inquisitive, basically. Over
You
inquisitive.
are able to. You are able to get some information from them that this sort of matches up with what they've been hearing about ships going missing in the area.
Right.
It's been put down to pirates previously.
Mm-hmm.
But there has been a lot of shipping traffic, more than normal, going missing within the sector. And this would potentially line up with that. And if so, the amount of traffic that's been going missing, if it's all related, it's significant. Meanwhile, Bravo, you get properly chewed out by the Admiral. Mostly for being late, which they don't like. How much do you divulge about your source of intelligence?
Now, although I'm quite proud of that, I'm also safety conscious, so I'm not stupid about this. I just say it's a corrupt Imperial officer. It was the they. I'm very careful not even to mention their sex, but they were the lead that got us the power crystal. They wear an Imperial uniform, but they're sympathetic to my charms. That's about as far as I'm going in terms of telling them about smoking dust sticks and having sex.
She's not so dumb. Keep mum.
So you get chewed out. You get put on reprimand.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get released back to the flight. In the meantime,
so I've got nothing to lose if I do go off and disobey orders and go in a different direction.
You've only got your career. In the meantime, our kid, can you make me a pilot roll, please? And the better you do on this, the wider the choice of ships you will have.
Well, I'm going to invoke a stunt of charming while I do this, if I can.
How did we phrase the charming?
We said +2 to move people, to make people. I can't write my writing. Hold on.
That was the first time we heard it.
I think we said something along the lines of +2 to
make people do what I wanted or something.
Yeah, convince them that you're too +2 when you lie, basically.
Yeah, because I'm so yeah, because I'm so.
So you coming in and telling them that you. So I imagine you're coming in telling them that you've been given permission to requisition a new ship.
Yeah, and it's for a very important mission. Let me make clear. I've been sent down by the Admiral himself.
Okay.
You know the guy, the tall.
So if you make
1-, and my piloting is 3, so that's 2.
Yeah, but then you can use your +2 for your charming, isn't it?
Oh,
so,
yes, and then I'm charming too, so that's
4.
So you will have the choice of a Y-wing, an A-wing, or an X-wing.
Oh.
X.
I think I like the way the pods go.
Y-wing.
X-wing. Y-wing.
I feel a disturbance in the force.
Definitely not an A-wing though. They're the shittest of all the.
Yeah, I don't want to
I
get.
nearly had the Y-wing, and I like A-wings.
Ah,
So you go next.
why?
I did. Stop it.
Why?
Why? No, I want an X-wing. Everybody else is. I was very good to take second part in the B wing. So I'm going to be stick with my first thought and go with an X-wing. Please.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so are you going off on this unauthorized mission, or are you
Well, I think we
prepping
should
for the mission you've been
maybe
ordered to do?
check with Deathwish first before we say this. But I am inclined. I've got nothing to lose, and great glory to be had if we were to discover some Death Star.
Well, I'm
I mean,
going to
obviously,
presume that
Craig wouldn't be so foolish as to run the Death Star story a fourth time. But
right now, I'm not J.J. Abrams. I will, if everyone else is on board with it, I will presume that Dave is, so that I can do a cliffhanger reveal.
right. Okay,
Yes.
let's do that cliffhanger reveal.
I'm merely following Bravo's orders.
Yes. And I've
Kid?
warned you both about this.
I'm far too young and innocent to stand up to and disagree with Bravo.
So you take off then, position yourself along the route that Crip had discovered, and depart into hyperspace.
Yep.
At which point, obviously, you lose comms with one another. And you're a couple of hours into the trip. I sort of imagine you've probably all decided on how far will we go.
Yep.
You're a couple of hours into the trip, around the sort of distance that would bring you not quite to the center of the sector, but close to it. When you feel your Crip, you notice it first, although you don't know the others are noticing it as well. Your engine's straining
Gravity well.
a gravity well, and you are pulled out of hyperspace in the middle of nowhere in front of an interdictor cruiser.
Yep.
That's no moon. Sorry.
That's an interdictor.
It's an interdictor. Yeah.
That is in, if you can bring this up, Matthew. In sitting next to a half-completed Super Star Destroyer, surrounded by construction ships and two other interdictor cruisers, and a large number of TIE fighters swarming your way, and we will leave it there.
Brilliant. We're all going to die. We're all going to die.
No, we've got to get out. Got to be able to hack the interdictors to stop their gravity well thing, so we can jump out.
So we shall leave it there on that reveal that apparently Bruce asks, are they trying to compensate for something?
Yes.
Not enough Death Stars.
Yeah, no more Death Stars. Let's go practical. Super Star Destroyer.
Right. Well, thank you, Craig.
Awesome. Thank you, Craig.
That was
Thank
great.
you.
And it's a great cliffhanger reveal.
Thank you for not killing me.
It was close.
It was close.
I mean, you tried to kill yourself, so...
Well, yes, the dice. It was the dice that tried to kill me.
Yeah. And thank you for anyone that's watched along.
Yeah,
And
so that's
we will-
Bruce and Jerry
Mohammed?
and Mohammed. What are you watching, Jerry?
But I'm
Yeah.
watching. Oh God, I'm watching myself.
And we will see you hopefully in a couple of weeks for
Yes. The
jumping
continuation.
towards the second and potentially final half
Yes.
of
No, we'll
Yeah,
escape.
the very last episode, obviously, of Effekt
Yep.
Flight.
So, it's the last episode.
Hopefully, we can get pulled aboard by their tractor beam.
Tractor beam.
That would be the best solution, but we'll wait and see.
Well, we'll see what you decide to do.
Okay, I'm going to end the broadcast. Bye.